Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast where we will find out what it takes to become a hero, face our darkest fears, and pull ourselves out of a pit of despair. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. With us today to traverse through adventures of loss and tragedy, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM, Helen as the self-assured thunderclap fanatic Iolite, Dan as Mother Mushroom crochet champion Maury, and Chris as our ever-so-timid, kind, crunchy, calculated, and most importantly, stacked Baleford. Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy. Prologue, A World Unravels. Chapter 10, Aether Nightmares. You follow this yarn. And you feel this tension pulling on you, and then, fine. If you're not gonna make it easy for me, we'll do it the hard way. And they drop your hand.
Oh. All right, it's just you and me now, Bailey. Let's find Maury.
Moments later, Bailey, you feel a weight whack you on the side of the head. Roll for initiative.
Do I hear this? Am I close enough?
You, Maury, have been tracking lots of different voices around you, but there seems to be one consistent thread in the direction of the yarn. And you hear somebody get smacked with something.
Ow!
And Bale calls out.
That was good.
I would like to peek briefly. Just
All right.
do a quick, boop, open up the eyes.
All right. You blink your eyes open quickly. You see Io holding Bale's arm. A twisted woody creature has just slapped Bale across the head. You see them standing right next to Bale. Their claws growing.
Ooh, good.
And then you see Cyril standing off to the right in a backdrop of blackness.
How far away is all this?
Cyril's maybe 20 feet to your right. Bale and Io are 15 feet to your front.
Gotcha.
And we're connected by the yarn.
And we're connected by the yarn.
And you see the yarn, yeah.
I'm torn, because now that they're in wood person form, can I look at them and not be transfixed or whatever bad thing is supposed to happen?
Well, roll initiative.
Oh, yeah. 15. Oh, I should write this down. I can write this down. What'd y'all get?
12.
I also got a 12.
And I have a 14
Does that mean we have
for
to have a roll off?
No, you have better decks than I
the
do.
creature. I have a 14 for the creature.
Right.
And a 14 for Cyril. And they have identical decks.
Yeah.
So
What did I get? Oh, I got a 15.
put Cyril first. So, Maury, what do you do?
Maury is gonna risk it and just leave her eyes open. Just gonna look. And she's gonna put her crocheting away. She's gonna tuck it in her bag. Just because now is not the time. And then I kind of do a lazy jog up to this thing. And I want to backhand it.
All right.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit, yeah.
So, for all of you listening at home, Maury is a druid with a strength of 16.
Whoa.
And the fighting initiate unarmed, unarmed fighting feat. So she's gonna, oh god, I threw the dice off the table. She's gonna backhand it for 6 bludgeoning damage. Wah! And she like, not that everyone's eyes are closed so nobody sees this, but she like does that thing where she like throws her entire body into it. So like her arm is almost like this, like just like lazy, like hanging thing, and just like uses her shoulders to like whip her arm up and backhand it.
Her hips are in it. Her shoulders are in it. Her knees are in it. Yeah.
Yeah, she backhands it for 6 bludgeoning damage.
So you backhand this creature. You start to notice that, like, its body is this twisted, woody shape, but, like, each one of its appendages has, like, reflected a different piece of each of you. So it has, like, an arm that looks like Cyril with his robe. You see, like, another that is scaly and blue dragon scales. A leg that's this green mushroom-covered mushrooms. And then a pant.
Yeah,
Like,
a regular chino pant leg.
Chino. Yeah.
Get off my friend, you weirdo. Yeah, I think that's my turn.
So Cyril is going to hear what's going on.
The sound is like the sound of someone slapping a watermelon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a perfect explanation for what that would sound like.
I'm helping.
So Cyril hears the commotion and opens their eyes as well. You all can hear, and Maury, you can see, a crackle of static electricity as they're going to cast witch bolts at the creature.
Fun.
More like bitch bolt.
Like bitch bolt. Backhand.
So the bolt of electricity bashes into the creature. You see it kind of fizzles out a bit, but then immediately this like light electrical cord is like built between the two of them, connecting them and tethering them together. So they take 4 lightning damage.
Nice. I did more, but that's okay too.
All right, what is
It's the Sprit's
the
turn.
sprite doing?
Oh,
Ooh.
So at the start of its turn, as my reaction, I'm going to... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I can. I don't have to be in my wild shape form to do this. I'm going to use my reaction to do Halo of Spores on this thing. So Maury is going to pull open her cloak. And for those with their eyes open at this point, you see that there are crocheted pockets on the inside of her cloak that are full of substrate and mushrooms growing out of them, just like everywhere. There's like a bunch of different kinds, and she just grabs a mushroom and like throws it in the thing's face.
All right.
Oh, it has to make a con save.
A con.
Yeah.
All right. Does a 16 pass?
It does.
No.
It resists the spores.
Yes. All right. So as you toss your mushroom at this creature, it whips its head towards you. Immediately, you feel this like pricking hair standing on end on the back of your neck as you're forced to look at it in the eyes. And as your face is drawn and your gaze is drawn to meet its, you feel the energy draining from your body. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm good at that. That's a 17.
All right. You feel the life force starting to drain from your body, and you're able to like pull yourself out of it, snap out of it, and like pull your gaze away. Io, what are you doing?
Okay, well, my eyes are still closed.
You've heard a whack, another whack, and static electricity.
And then you heard a look.
You did not hear the look. I
guess you can't fight with your eyes closed.
You can. You just do a lot of
Disadvantage.
things with disadvantage.
One.
I feel like if I try to fight with my eyes closed, I'm gonna hit Maureen.
That's possible.
I like panics and casts a light on the yarn, tying her to Maureen.
All right. You cast light on the yarn,
Do I have a glowing sock now?
and it begins to glow.
tucked in my back. So stupid. It's so dumb.
It's not the same yarn as you're making your sock out of.
Oh, okay.
It's like a cord, the idea of a cord, tying you
idea.
together. And it's been shortening as you get closer. So it's not like you need to like collect it. It's just been kind of shortening and pulling you together as you are following its instruction as manifested by Io.
Gotcha.
All right. And it is now glowing.
Perfect.
And
I like pukes a little.
Io peeks a little, sees the illumination of the cord going off in towards Mori.
But my eyes are still closed.
Oh, I thought you said you peeked a little bit.
No.
Oh.
I panicked.
Panicked.
I panicked.
Panicked. Okay. So you can't see the glowing light that you
No.
created.
But I
Okay.
was touching the yarn, so I was like, okay, I'll cast something on the yarn.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. That brings us to Belford.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Belford opens his eyes again to see that Io's to his right and the sprite's right in front of him.
Yeah.
So Belford says, Io, don't move. I'm going to do something. So I
real cool.
I release Io's arm and I put my quarterstaff back on. And then I move to the other side of the sprite. And I'm going to cast Burning Hands on it.
All right.
And it has to do dexterity saving throw.
Does an 18 pass?
It does, but still takes half a 3d6 fire damage.
All right.
So it takes a total of
That's a lot of numbers.
7 damage of fire.
You round up or down?
I don't know.
I typically
You
round
round up or
down.
down?
I usually round down.
Okay,
but-
so 7.
Okay.
And I say, you can copy our notes, but you can't copy how we look.
Oh, that was a good one.
And as you say that, it repeats your words right back at you.
I didn't ask for a parrot.
All right, that brings us back up to Mori.
Mori is going to feint with the backhand of her left hand this time, but instead bring her tail around to do an unarmed strike.
All right.
Distract it with the hand for flavors.
You said faint, and I thought you meant like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, she's got one hit in her.
Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
Let's see if my glitter dice give me better hits damage. They do. That is 9 bludgeoning damage. Wow. As she whomps him with his
Oh,
tail.
yeah. You whomp them. You hear the crackling of their body as they... The idea of breaking apart.
Yeah.
The idea of disintegrating.
We can stop that. I'm so sorry I started that.
I'm kidding.
Did...
Yeah,
sorry.
you hear the cracking of their body. It's like the snapping of twigs and bones combined. It's quite unsettling.
Gross.
Did Bailey take damage when he got back, like when he got whopped in the back of the head?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
It was a friendly womp.
A friendly whomp, just a little tiny whomping. Baby whomping. Then I will end my turn.
All right. So you all hear again the crackle of static electricity as the tether of Witch Bolt sends a current between Cyril and the creature for another 8 points of lightning damage.
How's this thing looking?
It's looking quite battered.
Can you
Yeah.
tell?
Yeah, you
'Cause
can't.
Your eyes are closed.
But yeah,
How's this thing smelling?
Yeah,
it's
crackly.
smelling crackly. You smell.
What is the idea of this thing?
What kind of
Smell like from a health perspective.
what's like the vibe right now?
What are the energies I'm getting off of this thing?
I'm getting like a really red
You
aura.
seem really negative.
It starts just like mirroring each one of your voices as it just like repeating back to you all whatever you say.
I'm a big stupid monster.
I'm a big stupid monster.
Did you guys hear that? I got it so good.
You did good job.
You did great.
Thank you.
And your eyes are open now, right, Bale?
Yeah, it was to
Oh.
attack.
Did it go?
Yeah.
Is it its turn?
It is its turn.
I'm gonna Halo Spores it again. I'm gonna
All right.
throw more mushrooms at it. And literally, I'm just like grabbing mushrooms out of my cloak and like tossing them.
Con
very
save, right?
haphazardly. Yes.
Does a 12 pass.
It does just pass.
All right.
I want to hurt it with spores.
Well, you put your stats into strength and con.
Yeah.
Shut your face. I'm cool.
Melee. Yeah.
All
Maury
right.
lifts. Do you
So
even
now,
lift, bro?
Bale.
You're a lot stronger. I have a negative initiative, so you're stronger than I am. Yes.
Bale, you feel your gaze pulled towards it as if it's like dragging your chin off towards its direction. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's my bread and butter. I really hope I do well. That's a natural 20 for a 25.
Yeah, baby.
You're able to shake it off, blink your eyes closed, and pull your head away. Io, your turn.
Okay. I was finally gonna open her eyes. Am I close enough to touch it, the thing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she grabs the arm? Question
Yeah.
mark?
Arm.
And she goes,
Type
"Oh, this is so
thing.
gross." And then she casts Shocking Grasp.
All right.
10.
A 10 does not hit.
Oh no. So she touches it and goes, "Ew," and then pulls her hand away. Can I?
Yeah, it feels like so the arm you grab is the one that's mimicking your own arm, and it's like really fucking trippy because it feels like you've just grabbed your like own arm, and you're just like, this is my brain is not.
Can I close my eyes again afterwards?
You can.
Io closes her eyes again. I don't like this, guys.
All right,
Bailey's turn.
it is Bailey's turn. Bale's turn.
Well, I have
Bale
so many.
Bailey,
I have many
Baleford.
nicknames. Thankfully, nobody's called me by my last name.
40.
40? Who's 40?
I don't know. Is Baleford?
Oh,
40.
yeah, 40. I thought you were saying like 40, like 40 years
Oh,
old.
no.
Okay. Well, I see this thing has eyes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my shirt. I'm gonna try to wrap it over its head.
Does it have a head?
Baleford strips and tries to wrap the shirt around its head. Give me a contested dexterity.
Okay, that's better than strength.
I'd like to make a perception check as well.
That's a 16.
I rolled an 8.
Ooh.
So you wrestle this creature after stripping your shirt off.
Can we also get a strength
You
check
just,
for
like-
how good his abs are?
For like a flex. Yeah. Or like, is Bailey wearing an undershirt?
No.
Perfect.
So you wrap it around its head. It's clawing at you, trying to rip the shirt off. Now give me a contested strength
Oh, to keep it on?
to keep it on.
You're
Oh.
grappling it in a sense, right?
Okay. I
Yeah.
kind of thought that would be the thing to keep it on, at least for this turn. Okay.
Oh,
We-
like putting
we
it
can
back
see.
over its head.
That says 17.
Okay. I got a nat 20. But so you wrap it around its head and it starts kind of clawing at it. And it's Maury's turn.
Great. Maury gives Bailey a look. She's like a side-eye look.
I thought this was helpful.
Not that kind of look. And then backhands the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Now I'm going to front hand this time. I will grace its presence with the front of my hand. Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, I missed.
We're just really
But
flailing.
Wait, you would have advantage on it. 'Cause
Oh,
it
it's
is currently flanked and blinded.
Oh, right. Is that triple advantage?
No,
does an
that's
eight-
not how D&D works.
An
but I think
18 hit? I'll roll as many
Good
d20s
try.
as you want me to. That's an
An 18 does hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it another whomp. Oh, boo. That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Wait, if I wanted to grapple it,
Mm-hmm.
does that is
Dog.
that do I forego damage to grapple it
No, but you would use your action.
instead of attacking?
Yeah.
I thought you had to make an attack to grapple. Am I remembering the rules wrong? Oh, well, I'm
There
just gonna,
are grapple effects of specific attacks, but
gotcha. I'll just smack it. It's fine.
all right.
Yeah.
Open-handed.
That's the weird thing about grappling, where you only make it so they can't move. It doesn't. It seemed like it'd be a lot stronger than it is.
Yes. All right. That is Cyril's turn. So again, you all hear and some of you see the crackle of static electricity. And this thing's body is like charred and twisted at this point. It's like barely hanging on as it whips its head around
toss
towards
a mushroom in
Cyril.
Toss a mushroom in its face.
And you toss a mushroom at it.
Yeah.
A 12 passes.
Yeah. Damn it.
The mushrooms just keep like landing on the
bouncing off.
ground. Yeah.
Well, it's a con save, so it's
Yeah.
just like not affected by it.
Yeah.
It is nature.
I'm gonna shove it in its face with this.
So it whips its head around to Cyril this time. And this time you see this like glow of like smoky black energy shoots from its eyes at Cyril
Through the shirt, creating two
through
holes.
the shirt.
They have holes in your shirt. Where are the holes in the shirt? So when he puts it...
No.
And it misses. All right, Io.
Io is gonna open her eyes again and cast magic missile.
All right.
Okay. Which I don't have to roll to hit for.
Yeah, I think
No.
magic missile just
Magic
like...
missile automatically
auto
hits.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna magic missile. And I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Whoa.
Oh, right.
Ooh, spicy.
How much damage do you do?
One more, which gives me another dart. Another missile, even.
Okay.
One more. Yes. Okay, good.
Magic missiles.
Yeah.
3. So that gives me 4 missiles
Yeah.
total. Okay. I know exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay, so that means that I'm going to roll 4d4.
Do you need more?
Okay.
You got this giant one.
I can't find my bisexual d4. No, there it is. I have 4. Okay. Thanks.
That's a lot.
9. And
All right.
that is magical force.
+4. It's 1d4 plus 4. Or 1d4 plus 1.
Oh,
for
that's
each-
right. Yes. Okay, so 9 plus 4. So for a total of 13
All right.
magical force.
So you
Point blank.
open your eyes, you point at it, you shoot 4 missiles from the tip of your finger, and they smack into the body of this creature. And it is thrown. And as it gets thrown, you see that you're standing at the edge of the forest. the idea of the forest, and it just starts floating off into like the black ether. You're out of combat.
Did I maintain hold of my shirt?
No, you lost your shirt. So for the rest of this adventure, Baleford will be shirtless.
Bailey, why is your shirt gone?
I panicked and I thought I could help this way.
Bailey, it's okay. I've got you. And she's going to take out a new needle and yarn and start knitting a crop top. Or crocheting a crop top.
Oh, I love it.
All right. So you have just blasted this creature out into the astral plane. It floats away motionless. You all can see, if your eyes are open, the edge of where the astral plane begins and the forest ends. It kind of dissipates into a like swirling black astral nether. And in the distance, you see a speck of like bright white light.
Cyril, what was that?
Oh, that's them. They don't really have a name. I'm actually surprised that's all we ran into. There's usually quite a few more. You heard them, didn't you?
We heard and hurt them.
Yeah, we did.
They are lost, and the astral plane functions differently than the material world. Time doesn't pass here, so anything stuck here is here for eternity, and eternity gets quite long. And those creatures are corruptions of what would happen to consciousness should it be confined to eternity.
So, like, we would become one of those if we got stuck here?
Potentially.
Oh. It wouldn't be too bad,
but they
right?
crave to return to the material plane, or, well, out of here. And they will latch onto you as you re-enter. That's why the safest way to exit is actually by dying.
Well, we'll have that as a backup, I suppose.
I agree, Wasabi.
All right. Well, we're almost to the first trial. Are you ready?
That wasn't the trials.
Oh, no. No. That was merely the transition. Well, after you all, if you can make it to the trial room, that's your first test.
Where's the trial room?
You see they motion to the speck of white light in the distance.
Would Mori realize that Io summoned yarn to bring them together?
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence, not my strong suit. 12.
You're not quite sure how Io managed that.
Oh.
I link my arms in both your arms.
We're off to see the wizard.
No, thank you. Mori's gonna pull her arm like slowly out of yours.
What, you don't want to link arms with a shirtless man?
No, that's okay. I guess thanks for the offer, but I think I'll be okay. Do we like fly or something?
Well, what do you try to do?
Mori would like to toss a mushroom out into the blackness.
All right. You toss a mushroom.
I want to hit this. I want to try and hit the shiny bit. So she like winds up and like pitches
Give me an
it.
Arcana roll.
Ooh, that's a nat 20. So that's a 19.
All right. So you toss your mushroom at the speck of light, and you wind up. You throw it out, and you see it just zooms out quickly into the distance towards the light.
Then Mori would like to manifest a lasso of spores and hook on to the flying mushroom and be dragged with it.
All right. Give me another Arcana roll.
Oh no. 2? I did so well before.
So you start imagining this lasso of spores, and as you do so, a cloud of spores just starts raining down around you.
Maury, what are you doing, girl?
Sorry, I was trying to like ride that mushroom to the place. I mean, I'm gonna continue trying to manifest. I don't know, a mushroom to ride on.
Can we walk?
Yeah, I think walking might be the most direct route.
Yeah, you can start walking.
Okay, yeah. Iolate starts walking. Maury, why don't you imagine while we walk?
Maury's not gonna listen and still gonna try and manifest a giant mushroom cap.
Is the yarn still tied between the two of you?
That's a good question.
At this point, it's probably dropped.
Iolate slipped it off of her wrist, and Maury kind of reeled it back into her bag, maybe.
Yeah, well, probably poofed.
And then it kind of just dissipates.
Oh, okay.
It becomes one with the ether yet again.
Am I able to manifest a giant mushroom?
Well, the other two start walking.
Okay. I'll walk and try and manifest at the
so
same
you all
time.
are walking. And you're walking. And you're walking. And you're walking.
Does it look any closer?
How many Arcana rolls does that get me for a manifested
spec
mushroom?
seems just as far as it was when you began.
All right.
It's like light years away, it feels like.
Well, Io has had a little bit of success so far using just her imagination in the astral plane. So she's going to imagine that they have all arrived at the light.
All right.
Really hard.
Give me an Arcana roll.
I don't get one for my mushroom.
7.
7. So you are imagining that you arrived at the light, and you're not quite sure what to imagine because all you know about this speck of light is that it's a speck of light. And so when you try to imagine what arriving at that location would be like, all you see is a bright white light. And it doesn't feel quite right. You're missing something.
Iolate seems disappointed.
Would you like to attempt again?
Yes.
Maury?
You hear Maury mumbling to herself, mushroom wagon, mushroom wagon, mushroom wagon, over and over and over. Why did I roll 2? I don't know what's going on. That is a 15.
A 15. So you start imagining this mushroom wagon.
Yeah, it's like a big capped mushroom with little mushroom toadstools on top that you can sit on. So it's like with like 3 or 4 seats so that everybody can get on and fly.
So as you're imagining a mushroom wagon, you see off to your left, maybe 10 feet away, this image of a mushroom wagon starts to fade into view. It's like almost like a picture at first, but then it becomes more realistic and more 3D. And now you have a wagon.
Guys.
Maury, did you do that? Oh my god.
Yeah. Welcome to the mushroom wagon. And she's going to hop on and sit down on one of the little toadstools.
How does this thing move?
Tentacles burst from the bottom.
Whoa.
And start like shimmying along.
Are they like mycelium tentacles?
Yeah, they're more like pseudopods, I guess.
Cool.
Iolate holds on tight to the mushroom wagon. A little piece breaks off and she like nibbles on it.
It's an edible mushroom wagon, clearly. But this mushroom wagon is imagined to take us to the light.
All right. Y'all give me Arcana rolls as a collective.
What does that mean? Like we just all
Take our highest.
did the best roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not mine.
What is yours?
2.
22.
I got 23.
22, 23.
It's not a contest.
And
Hey, this is what the dice say.
Cyril rolled an 18. So the four of you sit down in this mushroom wagon and you
Mushroom
start manifesting a forward motion, drawing you closer and closer to the speck of white light. And now you are zooming through the astral plane on this mushroom wagon. The spores are like flying out behind you. This like
Aurora
gorgeous
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Borealis.
The tentacles are made out of yarn.
Borealis.
The tentacles are made out of yarn. I'm so sorry. I didn't think of this before. They are yarn tentacles.
We're retconning the mushroom wagon.
And you're zooming through the astral plane on this imagination-powered mushroom wagon.
How long does it take us? Is it pretty quick? Oh, I guess
Time's not really a thing here.
So can I have finished the crop top by now?
Give me another Arcana roll.
That is a 17.
A 17. Yeah, that will do it. So
And
you're finding that, like, it's going really quickly. You're there very quickly. But also, at the same time, you've had plenty of time.
Perfect. It is a crop top tank top that is made with a glittery rainbow yarn.
All right.
And I pass it over to Bailey. Here you go.
Oh, this is for me.
Yeah, you needed a shirt, right?
You're correct.
Don't lift it. Don't look a gift Tarask in the mouth, okay?
Hey, I love this. Thank you. I appreciate the work that you did to make this shirt.
You're so welcome.
And I put it on, and how's the fit look? I model it for the people in the cabin.
You need to do a charisma check.
Yeah. Perfect. Lovely. Charisma.
That's 13.
13. So, like, you aren't quite sure how to hold your body.
I've never had
With
such a
it,
short shirt
like-
before.
You're just kind of like you're doing like the arm over your head pose where you're like the bicep, not the bicep, the tricep show off, but like you're kind of like kinking your neck as you do it. And kind of contorting your upper torso. And so you look rather uncomfortable.
No, like lead with your hips. Like push your hips forward. It'll give you like a nice elongate, make long line. No, okay, I'm giving up.
Yeah, I look like
And we have arrived.
I'm all contorted, yeah.
As you notice that you've been approaching a glass box. Inside the glass box is a room with wooden floors and a living room furniture set. There are candelabras, and you don't pass through the glass, but you come out already inside it. So as you've been traveling towards the speck of light, you like enter the light, and as you enter the light, you find yourselves in this room. As you look around you, you see darkness all around, like swirling black darkness. And you hear Cyril start to say something, and then the sound drops out. His lips are moving, but you are all in utter silence.
Maury's gonna try and clap.
You clap your hands together. You feel the impact of one hand meeting the other, and you hear nothing.
Can I try to cast Mage Hand?
Yes, you may.
Does it work?
It works.
Okay.
So your verbal components of spells are effective, although you cannot hear them.
Io is sweating.
Dragonborn sweating.
Imagining sweating.
It's a feeling of
Beads
the
of
idea
moisture collect on your scales, and they're dripping into a puddle at your feet.
So, what's the trial? What are we doing?
You talk, You know the words that you just said, but nobody hears them.
Hello? Hello? Io waves her arms around at Miri and Bailey.
Maury waves back.
Cyril waves at both of you.
What exactly is in this room? There are candelabras.
Yeah, and then like sofas
Oh.
on top of like an ornate woven rug. And then the walls are like glass that just like look out into the darkness. And the room is very well lit. There's like candelabras all around.
You notice that Io is looking at the floor. Is the floor also see-through?
The floor is wooden.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna look under this rug. And I pick up one end of the rug and I look underneath it.
You lift up the end of the rug and you see the wooden slats of the flooring beneath it.
It's good to know.
Io goes over and touches the glass.
You touch the glass, Io, and it's frigid to the touch. Do you look out? Or are you just touching and staring at your feet?
Like
Okay.
gingerly, like.
Yeah. So you feel the glass. It's like frigidly cold. Your like fingertips leave the like condensation marks on it.
So if I cast a spell that made sound, they wouldn't be able to hear the spell.
No one could hear the spell, but they were working. So like
But it works.
Bayo,
And I saw Bailey do that.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I search through the cushions of the couch? You know, sometimes
Give
people
me an investigation check, Bayo.
some people leave coins in their pockets and they just slip and they never think about it until you have to sweep out. Oh, that's investigation's poor. It is a 7. There's just a lot of lint. There's like paper clips for some reason.
There's no paper clips in this world. Okay, so I would like to try to cast Thunderclap
Okay.
and see if I can break the box.
Mm-hmm.
It's a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must make a Constitution saving throw. But if they can't hear, do they still have to make? Well, I don't know. It's thunder damage.
What's the range?
Yeah, so
100 feet.
it's pressure. Thunder
Okay.
damage is like pressure.
Okay.
Static pressure.
So they would have to take a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. What to do in the box?
What is Maury doing? Cyril is standing, observing.
I'm going to look at my things and see if I can do anything.
Io sits on the couch and continues to stare at the floor.
All right.
These are glass walls?
Yes.
Okay. The floor's wood.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Io curls into the fetal position on the couch.
Maury's going to sit down next to Io and pull out her crocheting and like pat Io on the head and then crochet. But like look around the room to see if I can find anything worthwhile. Like do an eye scan.
Right.
Shrugs to the room.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 18.
All right. You look around the room. The contents of the room seem rather mundane.
Yeah.
The environment is nothing but extraordinary.
Uh-huh.
This glass box seems to just float in the ether. And as you look out past the glass, you can see that the light illuminates to a distance enough that you can see that the blackness is kind of swirling, like black smoke swirling in like a faint light that's cast on it. And you start to notice that the wisps begin to take form.
Of?
Like humanoid shapes.
Great. Well, do I want to let those in?
And you see that they start grasping at the glass, and they're like dragging appendages along it as they continue to swirl and mix around you.
I want to grab one of the candelabras as a blunt weapon.
All right.
I don't know how long this glass is going to hold, because we passed through it like nothing, so I'm wondering why they didn't come in.
Yeah, there's no entrance anymore, right? We're inside the glass box.
Yeah, you're just inside the glass box.
What happened to the mushroom wagon?
It dissipated as you started kind of interacting with the space.
Gotcha.
It kind of fell out of your mind as you started interacting with new information.
Okay, got it.
Io stands from the couch. Looks like she's screaming, even though you cannot hear it.
So you all see Io stand up.
And Io casts Thunderclap.
All right.
So everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sitting right next to you, it's fine.
Anyone within 100 feet.
Oh, so 0-2. Oh, well, I fail.
What number is that? I also failed, I think. I rolled an 8.
I got 9.
9. Dan, what did you get?
An 8.
Okay.
8.
And 0?
Oh, yeah.
Because
0.
they're here.
A 3.
3. Okay, great. So
We all do
everybody's
max.
going to take 1d6 thunder damage.
Lovely. Love it.
4 thunder damage.
All right. Not too bad.
This is a burst of thunderous sound with a 100-foot radius.
All right.
Does it break the glass?
Yeah, so you clap. You don't hear a thing, but you all feel this like pressure in your eardrums. And then you see a crack start to form on the glass of the box. And the crack starts to tendril out before you see the glass shatter. The pieces float out into the ether, thrown out by the force of your thunderclap. And that's when the swirls start to pour into the room. And that is where we will put a pause on today's story. Thank you all for joining us for a plunge into the abyss. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Join us next time to find out what becomes of our unfortunate players in this most dreadful act. Shout out to my brother, known as the chill electronic vapor soul artist LUSQ, for writing our chillingly epic theme song. Editing by Scrubcast, and a big shout out to Syrinscape for some amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com. I always use them at my game table, and it adds that little something special to bring your players into the story. Also, please follow us on Twitter at Shadows Prophecy and Instagram at Shadows_of_prophecy. And hey, show us some support by becoming one of our fabulous patrons at patreon.com/Shadows of Prophecy, where you can get access to bonus content like handouts, encounter maps, and even adventure guides to run your own horrific campaigns or one-shots. And at the very least, give us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. This is how we get the word out about our podcast, and we love sharing it with you all. Thank you, and tune in next time for more tales of dread and despair at Shadows of Prophecy.